guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Usher, if your name is Usher, you are going through so much right now. And if you guys don't know, a lot of fans for their shows are saying that Usher is using a lookalike, someone that is taller and thinner than Usher. Usher is rumored to have suffered from a huge injury on tour 3 or 4 tour dates ago. He tried to cancel his tour, but then he decided to keep it moving and he was out there dancing. Go watch my old video. There are videos people posted where this other guy is taller, thinner, and don't even move or sound like Usher. So he's been accused of being a little scammer. Apparently, he had a scamming past in Vegas with his Usher bucks. And a lot of people have been talking about Usher and what he went through in Diddy's house. All right. Now, listen, Yahoo News, this is Royzen O'Connor, has actually dug up the tapes and the receipts. And I thought I'd play them for you because, baby, yeah, we can listen to some has-been talk about something for 20 years ago. No shade to anybody that's a has-been, right? Because we all have our time to shine. But how about Rosen did one better? And he said, you know what? We're going to look through the tapes to show that Usher himself told us what was going on at Diddy's house while he was 13 in a resurfaced interview. Okay. Now, here's the thing. I wonder what actually did happen between Usher and Diddy. And part of me actually doesn't want to know because they are children. And I feel like there are some stories that are the victims to tell. But on the other side, Usher has come out and defended Russell Simmons. And he has not condemned Diddy. Now, I have heard from people that have knowledge of people that were questioned by the grand jury that I should withhold judgment for anybody that's staying quiet about Diddy because there are a lot of people that thought Diddy was too powerful or they were too embarrassed or too whatever. And when the feds approached them, apparently there's a lot of people talking in the background. There are a lot of people talking in the background to the feds. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, I know people are like, I heard this, I heard that. But who actually is taking the steps and can actually prove that they reported something to the feds? Well, there are a bunch of people that are being quiet on what's going on, but they are actually speaking to the feds. And some of them actually might be called to testify. Well, apparently, right? They're saying that the feds are actually toying with Diddy. They released the Cassie tape, right? They released the information that the whole hotel got sued. I think I found out what the hotel was, but we'll talk about that later, maybe in a live. I'll either go live later on tonight or tomorrow morning, right? I promise. If not tonight, it'll be tomorrow morning. I promise y'all, right? But they've been messing with them. It looks like people are saying that Usher, the parts about Usher, Justin Bieber, and all those things, the feds have actually honed in on too, and they are looking to see if they can find any evidence that it is true. Any evidence that is true, because if it is, those type of things never expire and they can go after them for that, especially if you move them across state lines or you flew them. Okay. They said Usher headlined the 2024 Super Bowl halftime show in February and also recently released his latest album, Coming Home, and has claimed in previous interviews that L.A. Reid sent him to Diddy's home in Scarsdale, New York, dubbing the experience Flavor Camp. Now, they said in a 2004 interview with Rolling Stone, Usher recalled how Diddy introduced him to a totally different set of blank snacks specifically. He said, Schmex is so hot in the industry, man. This is from an actual Rolling Stones interview. People are saying that the feds are using this to close in on Diddy. Again, this is straight from Usher's mouth. Just do Usher 2004 interview Rolling Stone. He said, Schmex is so hot in the industry, man. Claiming, he went on to say, there are always girls around. You'd open a door and see somebody doing it or several people in a room having a orgy. You never knew what was going to happen. Years later, they said, when Usher was promoting his 2016 film, Hands of Stone, Usher had this film called Hands of Stone. You know it was dramatic. Anyway, in which he starred opposite Robert De Niro and Edgar Ramirez. I had to watch that. Did y'all see that movie? Put one if you saw that movie. He appeared on the Howard Stern show where he was also questioned about his experiences at Diddy's home. Now, this is the interview everybody knows, but a lot of people skip over the fact that he was saying in 2004 that he was seeing orgies, he was seeing this. LA Reid literally shipped him to Sodom and Gomorrah. It sounds like it, right? It sounds like it. Also, Little Bow Wow was there, Justin Bieber, and Usher. And I'm not implying that Diddy mess with any of them, right? What I am saying is, from what we are finding out about Diddy, yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll wait for the feds to fill in that blank, okay? Um, Years later, when Usher was promoting his 2016 film, Hands of Stone, did anybody see that, right? Um, They said describing it is pretty wild. Usher said he witnessed curious things and emphasized that this was the 90s. Do you understand what that's like? He said, I went there to see the lifestyle. Now, that's not true. You didn't go there to get the lifestyle. Got sent there by LA Reid because Diddy and Usher met with an R&B singer when at what met after they signed a record deal with LA Reid, who reportedly sent him to live with Diddy in New York for a year. Why would he have to live with Diddy for a year in New York? That's weird too, right? I went there to see the lifestyle. Again, I think Usher was trying to take ownership, but and I saw it, but I don't know if I could indulge or understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild. It was crazy. There were various curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it. Um, so Howard Stern said, "You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to a puppy camp?" Usher said, "Hell no." The clip of Usher's interview with Howard Stern is currently doing rounds on social media. And Homeland Security reported raided the mogul's house in Los Angeles and Miami on March 25th of this year. The raids were in connection to a federal blank trafficking investigation. Again, Diddy has vehemently denied all accusations, but if you guys watch my last report, they actually issued subpoenas for all the hotels in Miami that Diddy stayed in, and people are saying they're also expanding the probe. Well, not even people, the feds are expanding the probe back to 2008. Okay. Usher stuff did happen in 2004, but still, if they're expanding it back to 2008, maybe there are other little Ushers around that are going to be involved in that. Let's think Bow Wow, like all these things, right? Um, yeah, again, 50 Cent is said to be doing a documentary about Diddy. He's been clowning Diddy all the time. If you guys don't know, Daphne Joy at beginning was defending Diddy, I guess when she thought he was going to get out of it. But now it seems like she is right cool again with 50 Cent. 50 Cent did drop the lawsuit. I believe he dropped the lawsuit against Daphne, who is the mother of his first child. You guys, there's a lot of moving pieces around, but I really did want to say, and this is super, super important, that at the end of the day, you can't deny him saying S is so hot in the industry, man. Schmecks. There are always girls around. You open a door and you see somebody doing it, or several people in a room having an orgy. You never know what was going to happen. Again, listen, if we're connecting the dots, I'm sure the feds are connecting the dots. But the fact that they have Usher on record in a 2004 Rolling Stones interview telling us in detail what happened in his time at Diddy's place, literally what he saw, what he was around, what was he exposed to. Again, I understand in the 2016 interview, he can always argue, oh, I was just saying that for promote, but you can't argue about that 2004. And if you're doing that, the feds are looking at everything, and it looks like that investigation will be expanded. And it looks like there might be truth that the feds are even looking into what Diddy did, not just to Usher, but to a lot of underage performers that were put in his care. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to you later.